We got to back up for a second because we glossed over it.
Yeah, I'll go back to it. There's no fucking way we're losing to Michigan State. You got to stop with that talk. Is that what you were talking about, glossing over?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You cannot go and just start peppering. We're going to lose. I think you said Penn State. We don't even play Penn State this year. Like you just start glossing over all these things.
I'm throwing names out there.
He doesn't. You don't feel
throwing
good.
some shit. I just don't feel good.
Listen, we've lost a lot of guys, and there's a lot of development to happen. But Sharon Moore is the guy. What I don't like. Here's what I don't like. Wink came from the Giants. I played Wink multiple times when he was with the Giants and in other places. The exotic blitzes and all those things. It's great when you're playing a quarterback that can't dissect the defense the way that. I keep fucking up his last name. Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, it is
the way
weird
he
last
did.
name, right?
But if you throw those, like you need to. Sometimes you just need to go man.
I mean, he's the best quarterback in college football right now, right?
He's impressive. It's an impressive cat. Look at this.
Dylan's up there.
That's you right now. No, that was me on Saturday.
Yeah,
but
now you get in the sauna, you have a fucking iced tea and you're back. But you got to remember that's what it was.
That's what it was past tense. Now we got to look towards the future. And I'm not, listen, am I going to sit here and say we're going to for sure win the Natty? No, but we can sit there and say 1-loss teams can still go to the playoffs. It's a 12-team playoff this year.
1 loss.
But you're putting the cart before the horse. You're just putting L's in our category. Right now there's only one. Okay? Right now there's only one. And we got our Kansas State next week.
Let's go.
We got another muffin.
Go around the bus and let's just everybody say how many losses on the season.
Just for fun. No, that's not fun. Are you a Michigan fan? Are you a Michigan fan? Are you an implant?
Hear the thoughts, man. I just want to
pull up their schedule. Pull up their schedule.
Yeah, let's just go around the bus, man. You know
how hard it is to take a video for a minute and a half and flex that hard the whole time. You know how hard it is to do that.
You're looking good though, man.
Thanks, brother. I was doing the trap,
especially
thing.
After that loss. You know, right?
I know. My hair is telling you we lost.
Yeah,
you see that?
Yeah, the sauna and the teas got you back in the game though.
Yeah, you're
back, bro. You're back.
Sure, and we can get the schedule.
And I appreciate the
now,
optimism.
Let's focus on not being nasty. All right, let's focus on.
It's not. Listen, optimism. Just if we say a loss, it doesn't mean nasty. It's
no. But if you're
on the first couple weeks,
yeah, we just not.
I would say you guys, your assholes should be tight against USC.
Yep.
Illinois.
Stop.
Oregon, dude. Illinois is not like it's not a walk in the park. Yeah, Kansas is ranked and they have a good team, bro. Like we have Illinois in 2 weeks, and that's not a game I am sleeping on.
Bro, they got to go out to the Northwest too, man. At Washington, I mean, they're not the same team, but we're not either, right? That might be a hard game.
Yeah,
at Washington,
true.
Kind of
first away game too. First away game.
Yes.
I'm just saying that we have a really hard schedule, and to lose to Texas the way we did at home.
Like there wasn't even a fight.
I see 5 losses super possible here.
That's what I wanted to go back to. Like defending national champions, the high that Michigan fans were on, for the majority of that stadium to leave.
It was gross.
Early in the third quarter.
Wait, that actually happened?
No, that was real.
About. Oh, I didn't know that.
You were waiting to talk next.
Shitloads of people leaving the stadium.
I'll pay something.
And as good as, and he's ruined my day a couple times on College Football 25. Mason Graham, Mason Graham. Yeah. Mason Graham, some of his body language, like as one of the best players on the team and a leader, some of his body language was not exciting.
It was tough contrast.
That guy's an animal, though.
He's an animal. You need your animals to be corralling cats. Like you remember Aiden Hutchinson
the whole time, bro. That offensive line. I mean, you know, bro. They played so good.
They got a kid. They got a kid that might be a first round pick.
It seemed like they were calling it in, man.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were packing it in, walking to the sideline, and that's just me being real about it. Like I think that kid is a stud.
I didn't like Mason Graham's energy. There was one where
it's like second quarter.
Texas was on the other side of the field away from the student section and the second quarter, and they called a timeout and they start walking over. Defense kind of jogs over and Mason was walking, and that bothered me.
Defense is huddled up. Mason's by himself outside of the
after halftime. I walk back. He's on the bike.
Some little things.
I walk past.
You guys would know, man. You've been in those huddles.
You brought up a great point during the game. Aiden Hutchinson would have been losing his fucking mind. And then the tough contrast.
Did you see him last night, by the way? God, just every play all over the place. I'm sorry. I just love it.
Hey, listen, we've said on this podcast before, white guys are making a comeback.
Yeah. I love your team, the
all white team.
The black versus white.
Yeah.
I love that. I think we're getting cooked, but it's getting better.
Yeah. There's some good stuff to be out. Alex Anzalone.
Yeah.
He was catching my eye last night. Yeah, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm building that up. That'll come back out in December. A lot of blonde hair. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, actually.
Now the contrast between Mason Graham and then number 9, which I don't remember his name, for Nebraska.
Yeah, Ty.
So this kid number 9 for Nebraska, he was playing like a
you got
bat
the polar
out of
bear.
hell.
DN?
Like the whole
Ty
day. No. He's like a nose 3 technique type of guy. But the kid was just playing with his hair on fire the entire day, high energy.
You love that, man.
Keeping the guys around him. It's tough for me to admit, but you watched Michigan, the energy didn't seem there. And then the perfect contrast was an hour and a half later, I'm in Nebraska and I'm watching a Nebraska team that seems like they're playing for a national championship. And it seemed like every snap mattered to them, every single moment. And I didn't necessarily feel that after the first couple of series.
Well, let me ask you two a question, because you guys play NFL, you play college, high level, the highest level you can play. When your team changes a lot, and you go from having a stacked team to then having you got a lot of guys that left. It's going to be really, really different. You prepare for this game, but you know the team that you're going against is damn good. Do you know you're going to lose?
I think it's different.
Hold on. Is there ever a game that you know you're going to lose?
No, not a game you go in thinking we're going to lose this game. You go in knowing that, this is going to be a tough team.
Okay, so maybe after the first quarter, do you start kind of maybe the first drive?
For sure.
When does those thoughts
it felt like that team knew that it was about to be a long day.
That's what I'm asking.
I mean, similar even last year.
That's what you guys are saying. You're
when
saying
Michigan was killing us against Nebraska. It's like that second series once that tip pass. Once that tip pass happened, it's like, oh, here we go again. You kind of just get used to it. But what's surprising is that you go from a national title team, the culture there is still a culture. Like Sherrone Moore, he was an internal upgrade, or he was an internal hire. So the same culture's there. When you're a young guy seeing everybody else play well, you can't wait for your opportunity the next year. You might feel fans might feel like you're down in talent, but as an individual, you don't think you're a lapse in talent. You just think, oh, now it's my time. That's how you train all offseason. You're like, yo, this is my moment.
Right.
I think when you're in college, you drink the Kool-Aid so much. When I was at Michigan, we were 09 to 13. We were not a bad team. We never won the games we shouldn't win, but we never lost the games we should lose. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
So anyway, but you go into all these games. Yeah, you go to all these games and you're like, yo, we're gonna dominate ball. As you get in the NFL and you get older, and you start to see the talent level on teams, you kind of realize, okay, we got to play really well to beat this team.
Yeah, I guess NFL.
NFL, you might chalk up some back half where
you might look at it and be like, all right,
we might drop this one.
Oh no way!
Yeah, week 10,
not in college, though, bro.
Yeah. Week 10, I remember week 10, 2019, we were playing Kansas City at home, and I remember being like, "There ain't no way." We got to play with our hair on fire. Kansas City was on such a roll. They're up 10-0 after the first quarter, and we came back and won that game. And that's when we had a big run. But that was one of the only few games I was like, man, I don't know about this one.
Yeah, because you guys started off 2-4.
Yeah, we started off tough. And we were just, not really gelling as a team. But here's what bugs me about Michigan the most. They've got talent. They're lacking in a couple of very key areas now.
Yeah, right.
That's very key areas.
Yeah.
But they've got talent.
I hate the two quarterback thing, man. I really fucking
anytime Orgy goes out there, people are excited, and it's like,
I know the two quarterback thing is just the stupidest fucking thing. It's not. It doesn't work, man. When does it work?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Tua Tagovailoa.
For a play. I mean,
no, he won
the national title.
Jalen Hurts was in. They benched him for Tua. No, they benched him.
Remember they
put him in during the national championship and came back and won.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about.
You're talking about balancing two throughout the game.
I'm talking about playing two quarterbacks on purpose throughout the game. Fuck that, man. Alex Orgy goes in, and they all know what we're doing, and then we do it every time.
Yeah.
The fuck? I know what he's doing. My grandma knows what they're doing.
We had a 3rd and 1 in the red zone.
That shit was so annoying.
And Orgy came in. They call a timeout. Orgy goes back out. He sends a guy in motion, direct snap, and then runs forward for a 2-yard loss. In my mind, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? That's when the angry fan of me came out. And I was like, bro, could we not do that? But it's tough, man. This Davis Warren kid, he's beat leukemia. He walked on. He wins a starting job. He's got a hell of a story, and he can throw the ball a little bit, but he's just missing guys right now.
Story's not enough. Story's not enough in this game.
And we heard about the story the entire game.
Orgy, I haven't seen him throw enough to know whether he can throw it or not. Now there was a couple against Fresno State where he rolls out, he has a guy open, throws it at his feet, and it's just something's just not gelling right now. But there's talent on that team, and here's why
the defense is.
Here's why this is going to be Matt Rule's greatest season. Right now, here's why. Because next year they're going to get 5-star recruits, and they're going to be guys that come in that are of the talent level similar to Raiola, where they're going to start to match receivers with him, match an offensive line with him, defensive players. Guys are going to want to start going to Nebraska. This is going to be the season we look at for Matt Rule, where he goes, look what Matt Rule did with what he had. And that's not a shot at Nebraska, but what I saw against Colorado
was still pretty talented.
What I saw against Colorado is a young quarterback who's going to be elite, probably a first overall pick eventually. Two running backs who are playing with their hair on fire, and then the rest of the guys playing 11 dudes playing as a united front. And that's what that is what's so cool about Matt Rule in Nebraska,
bro. I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
Fucking Nebraska. No, none of these 5-star cats from down south, man. Those fucking swamp beefy they do not want to go play away from their mama and their papa and their family up in Nebraska. You want to know how I know? I game with these guys. Okay? I break bread with these guys, man. They tell me they don't want to go to Nebraska. They're going to play at LSU. They're going to play at Alabama. They're going to play Georgia. They're going to play in Florida.
Michigan.
I mean, even that's hard to get them to go up there, man. It really is. It's tough.
So tell me why.
It's way up here. They don't want to go play up there. It's cold.
Bro.
It sucks half the year, if not more. In Nebraska, there's nothing going on.
But
Nebraska, this staff is going to bring balance back to us being a blue blood.
You really believe that?
Yes, bro. I'm telling you.
Look, I hope it for you.
I wish I
could
take you up there for a weekend. You would.
I'm sure we have fun because you're you, but like, man.
But you would also see the vision. I mean, we're still getting transfers. Like, we're getting cats there. If you get a recruit,
cats?
Yeah, I was schmoozing one up over the weekend.
Were you really?
Yeah, 5-star O lineman.
I don't see.
Jackson, shout out the boy. Yeah, shout out the boy Jackson.
Yeah, they gotta give money.
And Dawson Merritt, who's committed to Bama right now. I say, hey, brother, you would look good in red.
Crimson, actually.
You look good in red.
One of them's crimson.
Grabbing the biceps. Hey, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You play at Bama, Georgia.
That.
Like, you're going to go wherever you go and decide, it's going to be a great decision. But you go to Georgia, Bama, and these other schools, you'll be a cog in the machine. You come and win here.
Oh, yeah.
That's forever,
that's
bro.
That's the classic.
And this class will, look, just 2-0 right now.
Maybe.
Got a trap game with Northern Iowa coming up. You can hear the preview of that on the locker room on Thursday when we drop that. Yeah. But it's one game at a time. But this team does have a chance to be remembered forever for bringing it back to what Taylor's talking about, where you start getting more guys in. I'm telling you.
Can I have a quick timeout?
Yeah.
Can we respect the timeout? Now, let's you and I just talk like Nick's not here.
Okay.
I don't like how this guy's coming in here and making us have to defend our schools. This is our show.
That's okay though.
This is our show.
This is the batter's box I've been in now.
We should be able to.
I thought we were just having a real conversation.
You gotta respect the timeout. You gotta respect the timeout. Okay, you're not here.
All right.
Can I tell you something though?
Go ahead.
On your end, on Michigan's end.
Yeah.
He's been a fan of Michigan.
I know, and he's being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be a fan is to have delusion. You have to have, in a sense, delusion. You know that better than anybody.
But I knew that we were building something. And people just had to, patience.
And I can sit here and cautiously say, yeah, Michigan's obviously, because we've lost a game, has taken a step back this year than we have in years past. That's the reality. But other than
he's calling half the schedule.
That's what I'm saying. That's like crazy.
You guys, and I want this to land as soft as possible. You guys might lose 5 games this year. And you got to be ready.
I'm not getting what I need. Time back in. You're back in, Nick. Go ahead.
I'm not prepared.
Can you pull my Michigan schedule back
how's
up,
the back of the bus feel? Jack, what do you think?
I've been waiting to go around, man.
Yeah, I just looked at Michigan's schedule. Hold on. So you guys have AR State next week. I think you guys will probably pull that one out. USC most likely.
You hate the way you said that,
right, bro?
Y'all are gonna get.
Hang on to that. That's where the part. You just say you guys probably
with all due respect, and then you say something disrespectful.
Yeah, you did. Jack.
Minnesota. I think you guys have opportunity to win. Washington
opportunity.
I think Washington, because it's a West Coast game, like Nick said, that's gonna be a tough travel schedule. It's gonna be tough to win. Michigan State.
At Illinois, don't gloss over that one.
You went past Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Yeah, we talked about Illinois. I do think Illinois is going to be a tough program for y'all to face.
They're good.
So
that coach is real.
I do think y'all are going to beat Indiana and Northwestern. Everything else is up in the air. Ohio State obviously is the scariest game of y'all's season, being the last and your biggest rival. But I think y'all have Northwestern, Indiana, and possibly Minnesota in the bag.
What about you, Dad?
Yeah, how does Papa Mercs feel,
we
man?
need a lot of improvement. There's just so much work to be done. I don't feel comfortable.
Do you mind grabbing the mic?
No, yeah,
I don't feel comfortable.
Over under 7.5 wins this year.
Yeah, come on.
Oh man,
just say it, man. Who cares what people think, man? Just say what you think.
My heart is with Taylor, though. I want to be like that.
Yeah, me too. But you're just looking at the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I think 5 losses is real.
Yeah. That's potential.
Taylor,
That's
don't count it out loud.
That's just potential.
Don't count
Potential
them like
losses.
that.
I see 3 potential losses on the schedule.
Ooh, which ones?
With the one you already
The
have?
3 potential is, I guess
SC,
4.
Oregon, Ohio?
SC,
We already have 1.
SC, Oregon, and I know that listen, call me crazy, but I'm telling you, dude, when it comes to rivalry games, bro, you gotta throw records out the window.
Yeah, it's different.
You throw,
That's why
when I was there in 2011 and 12, 2012 season or 2013 season, they were better than us. We were a 7-5 program, and we went for 2 at the end of the game for the win and didn't get it. And they were
right
a
there.
top 5 team. I'm just saying we can. You guys can say all the things you want. Now, extremely disrespectful that we're talking about Minnesota. That's like
they've done solid their first 2 weeks.
They played North Carolina in week 1, missed a field goal, and sent off their fireworks. Will, you're not going to tell me that program's got their shit together, okay? By the way,
you're just talking about Coach
by
Flynn.
the way, that's a rivalry game as well. That's a rivalry game. That's for the Brown jump. That's for the Brown. So once again,
playing for something.
Okay. So
I respect that, by the way. You keeping it.
And also,
like says Minnesota, throw records out the window.
Yeah.
So also, no, hold on. Oregon.
I respect that.
You're going to look me in the eyes and tell me Idaho State and Boise State are a couple of good ball programs? Because I'm pretty sure Boise State was winning at one point against Oregon.
They were.
And I'm pretty sure they went down to the wire with both those teams. So you're not going to look me in the eyes and tell me all of a sudden that they're going to walk
home.
us.
We're home.
Yeah, home.
Oregon's got to come
Michigan
all the way
State, listen, Michigan State is utter dog shit.
I know.
They're dog shit.
But again,
Maryland, though.
rivalry,
They beat
in-state
Maryland.
rivalry.
Rivalry
Throw records out the window.
Well, you're saying we're dog shit. And we have the mental fortitude on them because we've been dusting that ass for the last 3 years.
From what
He's a Tennessee guy, so he's feeling real good right now.
He's
right?
feeling really good.
Hey, Tennessee's got a good
And
ball
Jack,
club.
I like Jack you to get away from the microphone because we weren't going to be nasty. Then all of a sudden we said dog walk and we said, I hope you guys can pull it off against
Dog
Minnesota.
walk was crazy.
Dog walk was crazy.
And
I
that's
know
on
it feels
me.
good because of how I acted last year.
You could have said anything.
I know it feels good.
I'm not saying I enjoy seeing you like this at all, but I like seeing this is what true fandom is dying every week because a team that you have no control over dictates your mental health. And that is college football. That's fandom. It's not winning a national championship year 1 as a fan. This is truly how you become a Michigan fan. Obviously, you have all of the whatever. You played there. But this is what fandom is.
Backbone of the program, but yeah.
100%. But this is what fandom is. So you have
Taylor's
it sucks.
Okay.
I'll tell you, of all the people in here, Nick, I'm most disappointed.
I know.
Because you should know better. Being a fan, you would have been one of the fans that left in the third quarter too. For you to sit here and look me in the eyes,
we would have
stayed. Minnesota win. Arkansas win. Let's just say USC doesn't go our way. We'll play to the masses here and say it doesn't go our way. So
you know what I think happened?
Because my math is for whatever reason getting really bad. So we're 1-1, 2-1. Now we're 2-2. Minnesota, 3-2. Washington, 4-2.
Oof.
Illinois, 5-2.
Oof.
Michigan State, 6-2. Oregon, I've already said my piece in Oregon. I'm going to say 7-2. Indiana, 8-2. Northwestern, 9-2. And then I've already talked about Ohio State, dude. You throw those records out the window. And USC played a LSU team. USC played an LSU team who historically loses their first game against big opponents. Historically. So I'm not taking USC off the board either. We could win out.
Oof.
And it just depends on the boys gelling. They got to gel. But you can look at this schedule and be like,
Ohio State might be going into y'all's game.
Listen, in Ohio State, we might have the same record because they're going to lose to Nebraska. And they're going to lose to Penn State. So we'll have a better record than them.
They're going to lose to Penn State?
That's how you know Nebraska's made it. You just looked over my comment about Nebraska and it went to Penn State. That's got to feel good.
Penn State's so highly ranked and they're horrible. I mean, that quarterback, I'm sorry, man, but he's just not him.